The two of you are wired so differently that it makes perfect sense why you would have this conflict. He's speaking French, you're speaking German. That sets up all kind of problems because with some of his traits, mind blindness, alexithymia, weak central coherence, some executive function deficit, and we can talk about all this later on. He is wired such that her conversation style, which is very social and very emotional, raises his anxiety. And so he can't, for a variety of reasons that we will get into, it's hard for him to listen to a difficult conversation about the relationship problems. And so he engages, since it causes so much anxiety, he engages in anxiety reduction, which could be meltdown, shutdown, pretending to listen, but not really. There's a variety of things. And then she views that as he doesn't care about the relationship. I'm not important. He's insensitive, selfish, narcissistic, and all of that. So not to sound blaming to the NT's wives in here, but your assessments of why he did or didn't do certain things or did or didn't say certain things was in many cases way off base. And he's way off base in his assessments of you as well, because with mind blindness, as some of you probably know, you can't, he, and I'm speaking in general terms here, has a hard time of peeling himself out of his skin, climbing behind her eyeballs and looking through her perception of things and getting a good grasp on why she thinks the way she does and why she feels the way she does and why she behaves the way she does and why she has certain opinions and perspectives. He can't do that. He can't put himself in your shoes and imagine what you might be thinking or feeling or why you have a certain opinion about stuff. And so since he's not sure, he will tend to fill in the blank with something just because he wants to try to make sense of her. And he always misses the mark most of the time, 95% plus. And it's even slightly worse than that because he will tend to fill in the blank, not only with a false assumption, but with a negative spin, and will assign kind of negative connotations on her motives.
But what can I do to maximize my ability to be the kind of husband I need to be for my wife, to listen when she needs me to listen for her needs, to practice something, to listen to her. Just my mind goes blank when she asks me, as you were saying, Mark, what are you feeling? I have no clue. I am thinking of something, but I don't know really how I feel. She says, where do you feel it in your body? I don't. I just.
Yeah. When I say out of touch, when the alexithymic is out of touch with how they feel, they're also out of touch with how their body feels in response to the emotion. The NT ladies in here, when they have encountered a fearful event, they have felt it in their throat, in their chest, in their gut. It's a huge, visceral, very noticeable sensation. But with alexithymia, that's disconnected. The social emotional brain doesn't communicate with the body. And oftentimes he doesn't even know, for example, that he's mad until he's on the backside of a meltdown where he's punched several holes in the drywall, and then he goes, oh wow, I guess I was upset, wasn't I? Doesn't even notice it in the moment. There's going to be several things here. So what she wants, guys, if we wanted to use a term, is emotional reciprocity. And that's a fancy term for she just wants to be listened to. She wants to be validated. She wants to be looked at when she's talking. She wants you to notice when she is upset. She wants you to give her some affection. People with ASD, they have their own special interest that has nothing to do with people. It's usually his work or some kind of hobby. That's where his passion is at. So he always can get his passion needs met. Always. Doesn't matter whether there's relationship problems or not. She has many passions, of course, but one of the major passions is relationships. She's very passionate about relationships and connection with other people. She's wired that way. But if she is with a guy who has autism and he's off over here engaging in his passion that has nothing to do with relationships, she's in a situation where she may never, ever get her passion needs met. So he's always getting his passion needs met. She's getting nothing, a big fat zero. He's batting 100%, she's batting 0%. So that's why she is so starved for some kind of connection.
Hey, this is Mark Hutten. Would you like to schedule a one-on-one Zoom call? Okay, it's so simple. Just look under any of my videos in the description area. Click on this Calendly link. Now you see my calendar. Pick your month, your day, anytime that's available. Enter your name and email address. Then you'll get a follow-up email with the Zoom link on the day and time that you picked. And voila, we will talk.